prejudice. I'm a Democrat. I'm accepting. My job is to make sure that they have privilege. And until we shut our mouths and we listen to those people who vote, and we lift our people up so that we all have equity in this country.
As CNS News reports, that puts him behind Richard Nixon, who resigned, and George W. Bush, who saw his approval rating drop as low as 25% near the end of his term. When the history books are written, the only change former President Barack Obama brought was the growth of the awareness to the bulk of the American people that the system and the talking heads protecting that system are far more corrupt and desperate than we initially realized. John Bannon for Infowars.com.
In these uncertain times, it makes sense to have a sustainable backup method to cook food and boil water. If your current plan includes using over an open fire, then there's a much better way. The Minuteman Rocket Stove is a biomass marine cooking stove that only requires small quantities of sticks and twigs for fuel. It's easy to use, smokeless, portable, powerful, and sustainable. For the finest in survival cooking stoves and fire starters made right here in the USA. Go to MinutemanStove.com. That's MinutemanStove.com.
The answer to being in control of your own healthcare is freedom from insurance. Become part of a group of self-pay patients that come together to share each other's medical expenses. Individual share amounts begin at $107 a month and $347 for families. Choose from 3 health-sharing programs. Holistic treatments may be eligible for sharing. The guidelines. Discount programs available for dental, vision, and pharmacy. Call to libertyoncall.org. That's libertyoncall.org.
My name is Gary Clark. I'm the actor who's turning 80 in August who played the part of Steve on the 1960s Western TV series, The Virginia. Now, those of you who've suffered the side effects of prescribed medicines know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have watched the devastating effects that worrying about you has had on your loved ones. And what I shared a few months ago is only part of the story. And the collective dimension of how one world wave processing powder has affected my life. Now, I realize this is not dinner table conversation, but here goes anyway. One world way solved my irregularity. I've been plagued with constipation for years, and I thought it would be that way for the rest of my life. Really?
So you are seeing here a test of the Tecsun PL-680 versus my Grundig G5 receiver, hooked up to the same antenna and on the same signal of 6115 WWCR. Now don't look at the display here, it is off, so that's why I'm tuning a little off. It is actually about 1.5 kilohertz off the actual real frequency. That's why I'm tuning a little far from 6115. It's a defect of many Tecsun PL-680s, but I didn't return it or anything because it, I know it's 2 kilohertz, so 1 or 2 kilohertz. I just tune above and that's it. It doesn't, affect the reception itself. It's just, that. The funny thing is, when you're in upper sideband or lower sideband, you're actually on the frequency, so it's kind of weird. It's up to you to think what you think of the signals on WWCR 6116. So once again, let's put that Grundig G5, and then I'll put once again the Tecsun PL-680. And we'll try to do a few videos tonight with different signals from both radios.
Intentionally leaving the borders open in Europe, bringing in mass refugees. Among them are going to be jihadists who are setting up a future textile offensive in Europe. And the same thing's being done to this country.
On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Oh, well, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sigh, the vicious snake. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious snake. Now she clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in, by now you might have died. She stroked his pretty skin, and then she kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
Tecsun PL-680 now.
And you bit me. Heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what's happening in this country, it is simply the return of America. The globalists had a bold plan to hijack every sovereign nation on earth and then basically steal their resources for a planned world government. A very oppressive planned world government. They were so arrogant they wrote white papers, they gave speeches, they wrote books about it. And so, myself and many others in the last few decades went and compiled those articles, those speeches, and those interviews from television, C-SPAN, you name it, and showed the world and made films and wrote our own books and built our own media. They just sat there arrogantly laughing at us over and over again when we had the facts, we had the culture. And now they're not laughing anymore, are they? No. They're screaming for blood. They're screaming for civil war. They're screaming for peace. Let's go to drugsreport.com. What I've got here on screen today. The drug just always has the perfect filter. Put it all down so simply, but also in a complex way. Dow Jones, rewards past 20,000. Also, 1,300 billion in since he was elected November 8th. Let's look down though in the left-hand corner. Peter Thiel, 1 foot out of the USA, wealthy Americans fear impending civil war, evacuating to New Zealand. I've been telling people that for 8 years. Now it's all admitted. Notice where else they're going. They're going to Hawaii. The most westerly and most northerly Hawaiian island, one of the most remote, so they call Jurassic Park and King Kong. And Zuckerberg is seeing hundreds of Hawaiians trying to take their land.
And back on the Grundig G5 once again.
Hawaiians call Mark Zuckerberg the face of neocolonialism over land lawsuits. But notice, he's the one screaming Black Lives Matter and funding it and pushing the race war, while he himself, just like the UN does, goes in and takes people's property. That's how they operate, and believe me, he's building an armored fortress out in San Francisco around his house. That's a thing. He wants walls. You know, I want to put a meme out. I mean, we did this last year, and Trump picked up on it, and others did, but where we show the Great Wall of China, we say it's okay for them to have one, not racist. And then right next to it, we have Mexico's border fencing wall. Mexico, not racist, not a problem. And then we can also show, again, many other walls that other governments, other groups have, like the Vatican. Some of their walls are 200 feet tall. The average is about 50 feet. I've been there. And then next to it show the little spindly fences we've got in a few spots. And say, racist! Again, it's the total mind control of this. And that's just Zuckerberg building his wall out in Hawaii. That's nothing on his 700 acres. Well, he's trying to grab more. He's got a big wall in San Francisco. He's buying up all the surrounding neighborhood to bulldoze it and turn it into his own compound. And we get the fact you want privacy and you want a wall, bro. But then...
So what do you think? Which one is the best or the better of the two? I do seem to find that the Grundig G5 is clearer, even less noisy. And you know what? They're on the same antenna, the same setting, nothing different. So kind of interesting here. We can see that the AJC of the PL-680 when the signal drops has a little more trouble than the one on the G5. So what do you think of this test? And of course, I'll do a few more tonight. So a few more videos are coming in the next few hours. So hope you enjoyed these little videos, you know, digging out my good old Grundig G5 that I enjoy and testing it against the Tecsun PL-680, a more modern receiver. So it's going to be interesting. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. Don't forget to give us thumbs up, and hope that you enjoy our videos, and let me know what you think.